Welcome to the channel. Today we're doing a pork belly. We're going to make some burn-ins and it's really easy to do. Stay with us. Alright, so what we've done so far is we took the pork belly out of the package. We cut it in half just so it was a little bit easier to manage. Today we're doing pork belly burn-ins. For those of you who are not familiar with a pork belly is what we use to make bacon. And we'll show you how to cure some bacon and do that on another video. But today we're doing the wife and I's favorite, which is pork belly burn-ins. So what we're going to do first is we're going to slice these into about inch-sized cubes. So you just kind of eyeball it. These will render and shrink up as they cook. So you definitely want to make them a little bit bigger than bite size. So I'm just cutting it in about inch-size strips. And have a real sharp knife for this. It'll help you, get through the meat a little bit. And then once we have these cut up, what we'll do is cut them into cubes. And for now, I'm just going to drop them in a pan. It'll be easier to get the rub on them. And you see, you want to get about that size. All right, we'll cut the rest of this up and then we'll show you what's next. All right, we got the rest of that cut up. It's just sitting here in a pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some extra virgin olive oil as a binder. You don't need a whole lot, but we want something on them to make sure that the rub sticks to all sides. So I'm going to just get in here with the other hand and toss them around. We're going to use two rubs today. We're going to use Meat Church's all-purpose rub, and then we're going to use Kosmos Honey Chipotle rub. These should go pretty good together and give us, kind of the sweetness and the color that we're looking for. So we'll go ahead and hit it with the Honey Chipotle first. And it just makes it easy in a pan to get the rub on, and so you don't get it everywhere. And you just want to kind of toss them around, make sure that you get rub on all sides. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we'll hit it with Meat Church's all-purpose rub. And that gives us a little bit more of the color that we'll be looking for. And it's going to give it that rich mahogany color that's just beautiful for barbecue. Alright. I think I got these pretty good. Right now we'll let this just kind of hang out. The flavors will come together. It'll start pulling the moisture towards the outside of the pork, which is what we'll be looking for. This will give us time to go out and start up the pit and get that up to temp, and then we'll show you what's next. Stay with us. Alright, so all we've done was take them from the pan and put them on this metal rack. The metal rack will just be easier to get on and off the pit. Today we're going to cook at about 250. We're going to let them get a couple hours of smoke and get to the color that we're looking for. And then we will wrap them up and we'll put some brown sugar, honey, and butter and all kinds of goodness on them. We'll show you how that looks like. As you can see, you know, they've been on this metal rack for about 15 minutes. The moisture is starting to come to the surface of the pork belly, and that's exactly what you want. It means that rub is penetrating the meat. So we will get the pit is up to temp. We'll get these out on the grill, and we'll show you what's next. All right, our grill is up to temp. We're running at 250 today. We're just gonna set these on the center rack. We'll close her up, and again, we'll give her a couple hours of smoke. We'll get them nice and pretty, and then we'll show you what the next step will be. Stay with us. Cheers, everyone. All right, it's been just over 2 hours. I think these have got the color that we're looking for. You can see that really rich mahogany color. So these are looking really good. I'm just gonna transfer them to the little pan, and we'll get them inside, and I'll show you what is next. All right, we got it inside, so we got it in a pan. So what will be next is just gonna take some brown sugar, and we'll put brown sugar all over the top of these. Should be enough right there. And we're gonna take some honey. Honey for the money, as all the barbecue pitmasters like to say. We're gonna get honey all over the top of these. And we're gonna get it with some butter. Got 1 stick of butter here that we're going to place on the top of these. We're also going to hit this with some Traeger sauce. So Traeger sauce is optional, but we really like it on pork. So, all right, so we're going to hit this with some foil. It'll go back on the smoker for about 1.5 to 2 more hours. That's going to get it nice and tender. It's going to render the rest of that fat. And these are going to be little bunches of goodness that you're going to love. So stay with us. All right, so these were on the pit for about 2 hours in the pan. So we took them off. We just brought them in the house. What we want to do is take this foil off, and we want to get them out of this liquid. So once we get them out of the liquid, we're going to sauce them up, and we'll put them back on the pit for about 20 minutes is all it will take, and then they'll be all the way done. We'll show you what the finished product looks like. All right, ready to sauce them up. Our favorite sauce is Kosmos OP X1. It's their brand new competition sauce that people are winning barbecue contests all over the country with this. We just want to get some all over. But use your favorite sauce, you know, Sweet Baby Ray's or whatever you like in your family. Anything will work here. You know, we got, I'm just gonna get my hand in here and swish them about. As you can see, these look really, really good. They're kind of fall apart tender, which is exactly what we want. We're just gonna get them out on the pit for about 20 minutes to let this sauce stick to the meat and get this sauce set, and we'll be back in to show you what the final product looks like. All right, got it off the grill. I just want to recap what we did here. We started with a 9-pound pork belly that we only used half. We'll do something else in the next couple days with the other half. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we'll make some bacon. Just want to recap what we did today. So we cut it up into cubes. Once we cut it up into cubes, we used 2 different rubs today. We used Meat Church's The Gospel. It's their all-purpose rub. And we used Kosmos Honey Chipotle rub. Once we got it out in the pit, we ran at 250 for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. We allowed it to get enough smoke into the mahogany color that we wanted. From there, we put it in a pan. We used brown sugar, honey, butter, and Traeger sauce. when we took it back out on the pit, we still cooked at the same 250. We allowed it to go for about another 2.5 hours. That allowed it to get really, really tender. Once we brought it in the house, we got it out of the liquid, and then we just sauced it up with Kosmos OP X1 barbecue sauce. And as you can see, here's our finished product. Let me just show you how tender this is. You can see fork tender. Let's take a bite. That is just so good, guys. This is like the pitmaster delicacy right here. This is Karen and I's favorite. We do it all the time, but you can't really mess it up. Pork belly is very forgiving, and it's just really, really good. That's just, you can just, you know, taste the pork and that rub and that sauce and that butter and that brown sugar just all goes together, and it's just makes such a perfect bite. But hopefully you guys like what we're doing. Remember to subscribe our channel, hit the bell to make sure you get all the notifications on all our new videos. Again, we're putting out a video a week, and you know, I really appreciate the support. We just hit 50 subscribers today, so that was my first milestone. Maybe at 100 subscribers, we'll do some kind of giveaway. That's the plan right now, but we love doing these videos. Hopefully you guys are having a good time too.